Hello and welcome to BEWA TV. My name is Enosam and I am the president of Brilliant Entrepreneurs and Writers Academy. BEWA TV is Africa's foremost TV show for writers, authors, content creators, and entrepreneurs. So our goal here at BEWA is to raise the world's finest writers and content creators. And we believe that the world of work would improve if young minds engage actively. And that's what we are doing on our Facebook community of over thousands of writers like you. All right, so we migrated here to YouTube a couple of days ago, and we are going to be bringing you amazing shows, which means you should subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss anything. Majority of our guests here on BEWA TV will be young minds and young creatives who are making impact with their writing skills and their speaking skills. So majority of our guests also would be top winners of BEWA content creation competition. If you watch the first episode of BEWA TV, you would see that we interviewed the first prize winner of BEWA content creation 1.0. Here on this show, the second episode, we are also going to be having the third prize winner join us on set. As you can see, it's a fantastic experience for top winners of the BEWA content creation competition. And of course, this is our goal. All right, this is our goal, to promote a reading culture and a speaking culture, a culture of thought leadership, the culture of being able to showcase your skills using your writing and your speech. We will be hosting the BEWA Content Creation Competition 2.0 starting this Saturday, the 8th of October. So if you're interested in joining that and you have not watched the video tutorial that shows you the competition rules and you have not registered as well, you want to do that as well, send a WhatsApp message to the number showing on your screen so that you can get registered early enough and get ready to participate. This is arguably the acclaimed biggest creative writing and public speaking competition in Africa, with over 2.5 million naira prize worth to be won. I mean, this is fantastic and this is a whole lot. Okay, so do not waste time. Make sure that you send a WhatsApp message to this number showing on your screen so that you can get registered for the BEWA Content Creation Competition 2.0. I look forward to seeing you on our Facebook community, Brilliant Entrepreneurs and Writers Academy. Now over to the show today. Have a great experience watching these young minds talk about social media for business. Once again, I remain your host, Enosam.
So let's start with you, Austin. You were the winner of the BEWA Content Creation Competition version 1.0, and you wrote about content marketing. I mean, this is a term that a lot of people do not really understand, especially online marketers. So can you just break down this term for us? How can online business owners maximize content marketing to build a profitable business online?
Okay, thank you, Ma. When we talk about content marketing, it's about using content to sell yourself as a business person, sell your product and what you offer, the service you offer. In using content, you show them that you know what you're doing. You build your brand and you also build a relationship with your audience using content. Content is king, and you use it to market yourself, you use it to market your product, you use it to market your brand. That's what content marketing is all about. It's all about creating and sharing, distributing content that would be used to show your audience, your target market, that you are knowledgeable, you are an authority in what you're doing, and then get them to buy from you.
Okay, so are there like different kinds of content? Can you be specific with the kind of content that online marketers can actually be creating on social media? I mean, to attract your business. You just made some very key points here about using content to attract your audience, right? So give us some examples of these kinds of content. Let's just have an overview of such content.
Okay, you could use written content. We have written content in social media marketing, content marketing. You could use video content too. You could use graphics. These are all content that you put online to market your brand. So you use this content. The aim of this content should determine how you use it. You use written content and explain. There are some times when you have to explain something about what you do to educate your audience. You're educating them through your content. You can also use visual content to show them how something is being done. There are some things that you can't really explain using written content. You use visuals because people can relate to videos better. You use video content to explain that. So these are the type of contents that we have, and we all use it to brand ourselves, to make our audience engage with us, understand us, and understand what we do as a business person.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for that insight. So let's move to you, Praise Ohamre. You've been doing business online for a couple of years now. I mean, up to like 3 years or 4 years plus, right? What would you say are the things to put in place when, let's say, a newbie is just watching us now and wants to start a profitable business? Because, you know, a lot of people are jumping onto online businesses now, especially because, you know, during the COVID-19, a lot of businesses had to crumble and then move from the offline space to the online space. Now, for someone like that who is just basically coming online, what would you say are the things to put in place, all right, to build a profitable online business? Let's just talk about 3 top things that you'd like to share.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay.
So when we talk about the things you have to put in place before you come online, and this is more like unpopular opinion,
Okay.
but I usually tell people, before you break into the online space, ensure you have a stream of income.
Oh, awesome.
Because online business, as opposed to what people teach, it's not really cheap. Because when we talk about visibility, when we talk about moving your brand to the next level, there are some projects that are capital intensive.
Okay.
And borrowing a leaf from what Austin said about content marketing, for someone that is completely new to the online space, you wouldn't just come out from nowhere, start posting content and expect to make sales overnight. So let's make sure that we've settled that.
Okay.
Ensure you have a stream of income, because yes, we have faith, we believe that we'll do things and we'll get results, but let's not just bank and want it to get results.
Sorry, you made mention about capital intensive activities. Can you just throw more light on what those activities could be?
Okay, for example, let me use a very practical example. The world of Facebook advertising has been evolving.
Okay.
And the truth is, when it comes to advertising in 2022, it's no longer what it used to be in 2019. In 2019, you could use as little as 2K, 2,000 naira, right, per day, and you get reasonable returns. Like if you are selling something upfront, you get leads, right? But right now, with everything that is going on with the online space, and even with what's going on with our economy as a country now, the exchange rate, it's become interesting that advertising has become more expensive.
Okay.
The amount I spend on advertising this year is definitely not what I was spending last year. So that's the first thing. The next thing is, when you want to move your business, now this is for those of us that are in the thought leadership space that are not just selling products. When you want to move your business to the next level, you might get into things like collaborations, right?
Okay.
And you might go into, that's basically it. So you have to champion some projects that are not cheap. So
Okay.
I think we just needed to establish that.
Okay.
So that was the first thing I was saying
Yes.
that you should put in place when you are getting started to online business. Now, the next thing you want to do is to have a clear identity. When I talk about identity, I'm not really talking about, it's not something far-fetched. I think it's something that is within your power. Now, when we talk about identity, in summary, I mean, what exactly am I doing online? Because the reason why we have a lot of people jumping from pillar to post is because they are not quite clear on what they want to do online. So you find someone who comes into the online space and in 12 months has done 6 businesses. None of them are correlated. And I'm speaking from example because I've consulted with many of them.
Okay.
None of them are correlated. One person is selling this, selling this, selling this, and there's no way to link all of them. So when you're starting your online business, I would usually tell people, take out time to really think. Now, when we talk about identity, you want to study the market, right? What does the market want? Because I have come to learn that what the market wants might not really be what you would like. On that, let's talk a bit about the subject of passion. If you're online to make money, you might want to keep your passion aside.
Okay.
For a start, I'll use myself as an example. When I started in the online space, I was, I need to say this, a poet. I wrote a lot of poetry, people were liking it, it was going well, but I wasn't making money. So I just had to be honest with myself and kept the passion aside. So how did I get here? Identity. As you're figuring out identity, you want to know what the market wants. Because profits is basically taking your product and meeting the needs of an identified market. If you're able to take a product and find an identified market and merge the both of them, that's where profits start.
Awesome.
So moving on, the next thing I would say you should put in place in addition to content marketing is, how do I say this now? Is paid advertising.
Okay.
Yes. I was speaking at an event a while ago and I told them something. I said, anything plus digital marketing will blow up. And that's just the truth. Now, it's interesting when I speak with so many online business owners who are looking for sales, are looking for profits, but they are not willing to invest money in their business. There is something we say that you need to put your money where your mouth is.
Awesome.
If you're interested in making money, if you want that business to yield returns, you have to be intentional about putting money inside it. And now this ties back to the first thing I said about having a stream of income. How are you going to put money into a business where you don't have something on the side that you're doing? So in summary, I'm going to tie up everything I've said. Yes, the internet has limitless opportunities. There are so many things you can do online. However, if you're starting out as a newbie, now I'm not saying this for established brands.
Okay.
If you're starting out as a newbie who is completely new to the online space, it might take a while before your content marketing efforts begin to yield tangible results. So the first thing is make sure that you have something as a lifeboat, a source of income. Now, as you're coming into the online space, the next thing you want to do is to have a clear sense of identity. What do I want to accomplish online? Who are the people I want to sell to? What are the products I want to sell? What are the services I want to offer? When you're crystal clear on these things, then you can begin to add. That is where what he talked about, content marketing, comes in. And along the line, content marketing, your business will start getting money. From the money you get, reinvest in paid advertising.
That's really a fantastic contribution. You talked about something about being able to have a stream of income before starting a business. I mean, there are some people who are actually working 9 to 5 and they are thinking, oh, I don't have anything, I'm not fulfilled being here. From your conversation now, are you saying that, okay, I could actually stay where I am? Let's try to describe this extra stream of income in quotes, like a backup stream of income before coming online. What if an individual doesn't have something as a backup, exactly, right? What would you say to them? Would you say, okay, even if you're not fulfilled in whatever job you're doing, if it's a 9 to 5 job that is stressing you and you know that you are not happy with your life, are you saying manage there and then build something? Is that what you're trying to explain here? Or let's link it up with the get rich quick scheme, because I know that's what we're trying to talk about. Like, people just come online and think there's a magical experience that happens online, right? So let's have a balance between those two. For someone watching now and says, okay, I'm working 9 to 5, I'm not fulfilled, I'm working 10 hours a day, I'm working 12 hours a day, and I'm not having enough tangible results in my income, all right? Is it appropriate for them to actually still manage where they are and build up from there? Or would you say there are chances of actually using paid advertising to actually fast forward their results?
Okay, let's put a little context to that question. And I'm going to answer it with just a snippet of my own personal story. Before I came into the online space fully, I had a full-time job. And by full-time job, I mean it was 12 hours per day, if not even 14 hours per day, 7 days per week. So I was working every day from Mondays to Sundays, right? And it was stressful. That's putting it mildly. So to answer your question, I would say have a structure and a plan to exit that business in place. Because what I did was I knew that, okay, this job was draining me and I needed to get out of there as quickly as possible. But I had to go back to my house and think things through. It doesn't make sense to make a long-term decision on an impulse. You have to think, right? So you want to ask yourself, if I resign this job now, what am I going to be doing for the next few months? Can I maintain my standard of living as it is right now, even if my business is not bringing the kind of money I want it to? So you need to ensure that you have, if you want to resign immediately, that's fine, but you need to have backup money. If you know you don't have backup money, I beg you in the name of God, just stay in that job and have an exit plan. An exit plan, it can be a 6-month exit plan, it can be a 3-month exit plan, but the idea is to ensure that even when you leave that job, that your standard of living does not drop pending the time your business picks up. I don't know if that answered.
Awesome, you did answer the questions. That was a very insightful lesson. So let's move on to you, Success. You've been doing your online business for quite some time, right? And I'm sure you must have gathered some experiences and lessons from your journey. What would you say you wish you did better when you started out that people can actually learn, for both established online business owners and the new online business owners?
Thank you so much for that question. What I can say I wish I did better, honestly, was I wish I started running Facebook advertising even as a newbie.
Okay.
Because I'm currently running it now, and the results I'm getting are really, really massive. So
Okay.
I wish I had started running Facebook advertising even as a newbie. Yeah, Facebook advertising can be expensive, but if you learn profitable Facebook advertising, it won't actually be that much. It won't be that expensive because you'll be making back whatever it is you are spending. So that's just what I think I started on time, Facebook ads, because it has helped me a lot.
Okay.
In April, imagine this, going from putting up a program and having only 5 or 10 people sign up to putting up a program and actually having 474 people pay you between 1,000 naira and 2,000 naira to join. That was over 500,000 for me. And so that's it. I wish I had started Facebook advertising even as a newbie, because currently some newbies think that they have to get to a certain influencer level before they can organize trainings and have hundreds of people join. From that training, judging from where I am now, I had only 70 people sign up for that training from my organic reach. Organic reach did fine, but I had an income goal. I wanted to make 500k from that particular training, and nothing was going to tell me that you don't have followership, like I'm not as big as you, ma, or whatever thing. I just wanted to achieve that goal, and I had to go on research. All right, and I discovered that on my research, I discovered that there are things I should have done even as a newbie that can help me get the same results. All right, so you don't have to wait. If I had started then, I would be, let's say I would be 2 steps closer to where I want to be in the future.
Okay.
But that's okay. So I wish I had started that even as a newbie.
Okay, so you feel that like Facebook ads can actually work for a very new person in the online space?
Yes, it can work for a very new person. You just need to have content, create content, just like they have said, content marketing. You need a page. And then when people go to your page, they need to see that you actually know what you are saying.
Okay.
If you are positioning yourself as an expert, they need to actually see that you are an expert. So just create a page, put content there, premium content that when people read and come and comment and they're like, oh, Rema,
Yeah.
or Rema shows what. So go there, put a page and start running your ads. People see you how you want them to see you.
You create your narrative.
Exactly. You don't come and tell them, oh, I'm a newbie, I need to have 10,000 followers before I can run ads.
Okay.
No, you can start even with a page as small as 200 likes, you can run ads. 10 likes can run ads. You just have to start and grow from there. So create a page, put premium content, create your product, make sure you know what you're talking about in your product. There are tools that can help you with creating your product, like stop creating boring ebooks. To stop that, you can use Canva. Canva has very beautiful templates, like designed templates already from expert creators that can help you. So go there. Of course, you've already created your product. Insert, delete. You have a very nice ebook that it's not boring at all, that you can advertise to any audience. All right. So do that, and you can start marketing.
Okay, that's a very awesome point. Now, talking about product creation, how do you know the right kinds of products to create at what time, and how do you know that the product is actually going to sell for you? Let's talk about that.
How to know the kind of products to create. First of all, I would start with who you are. This is for newbies. There are some newbies in this space that don't actually know the kind of product they create. So who you are, what interests you, answer that question. But while answering that question, make sure that who you are, what interests you is also profitable. Just like what he said, you have to know when to shift from your passion. All right. When your passion cannot feed you, you have to go and learn skills that can actually give you money. So that's part of it, who you are, what interests you. And then for us that are already creating YouTube products, if you want to, for every time you create a product, have a top-notch product, go to your service lists. I have a service list. I believe every one of us here. I'm an online business consultant, and my services include digital product creation, Facebook advertising, online sales and marketing, online business consulting, coaching, and all of that. So if I want, my next product now can be on, I've created on Facebook ads and digital product. The next one can be on sales and marketing, and it's going to be epic. Bring that out, list your modules, make sure that if you are putting it out, it's very comprehensive, because your offer is actually what attracts people. And like we know, an offer is different from a product. Let me use this as an example, how an offer is different from a product. Let's say you are walking on a street and you see a t-shirt. That t-shirt is the product. And then you enter the shop to see whether you can buy. You've not actually made a buying decision yet. So the specification on this t-shirt is your offer. Let's say they have a buy one get one free there. That's a bonus. They have free delivery. I think we can use that. They have free delivery. they also have guarantee. Like, let's say they have a particular duration the cloth is supposed to last, and if it doesn't last up to that point, you are free to return it and they'll refund you in full. So those are the offers that can attract you to buy that t-shirt. The t-shirt you saw was just the product. So that's how you, let's say a fellow person selling the same t-shirts, you immediately go to the ones that have very detailed activity offers. So that's how offers are different from products. And I was explaining, I was on listing, having a service list. So taking that out, giving your offers and selling on your profile. And of course, if you have an income goal, I always say this, selling on your profile is good, it's very beautiful, but that is for when you don't have an income. Let's not say that could be for when you don't have an income goal. When you have an income goal and let's say you're a newbie and you know that you've checked yourself, you know that what your profile can convert is 50 people. Don't go deceiving yourself. Let's say 50 people, even with influencer marketing, because influencer marketing works as well. So the option, like, it's still the first question. Something I wish I started even as a newbie was Facebook advertising.
Awesome. That's really fantastic. Okay, so let's move over to you, Austin. Talk about content marketing. And content marketing, we know that marketing is different from sales, right? Marketing is the activity that gets people aware about your business, and then sales is what converts it. What would you say are the things that are reducing the profits of online business owners? What is stopping, content marketing? What is stopping that marketing from converting into sales? I mean, what do you think are the possible mistakes that content creators are making reducing their sales online?
All right. Thank you so much. First of all, there is something that we have to understand. The marketing doesn't just start for business owners from that product that you are selling. There was a book I was reading by Seth Godin, and he said that everything from the product, the creation, the way it feels, the way you brand it, it's all part of the marketing to sell that product. So business owners should have that mentality why they want to sell. Everything from the content I'm creating about that product, telling them this is what this product solves for you. It's all part of that marketing. You don't wait till the day you want to sell and then you expect sales. Everything from your page, your bio is all marketing. It's all marketing. So that's the mindset you should have. Let's say you're a business owner and there is something you want to sell. You get them aware through your content, even without selling. That's where content marketing comes in. You sell without selling. You sell without selling. You're indirect. So you're leading them on to a point where they would make a buying decision. So all of that part is that content marketing we are talking about. So while you're creating your content, you should have that in mind, that you're prepping these people. You're nurturing them to buy. Because people do not buy from people they don't know. And that's what content marketing does. It makes them know you. It reviews you, your brand, to them. So even if you created an ad, people would want to come to your page, like she said, to see, do you know what you're saying? Can I trust this person? That's where those content marketing pays off. So these are things that if you don't pay attention to as a business owner, it would affect your sales. No matter how good your offer is in the sales page, when I come and I check you out and there is a red flag, I won't buy. So that's something that business owners should pay attention to.
Awesome. Now talking about sales, Praise, can you share with us some social media strategies that you can actually use to sell out your products?
Okay, thank you very much. So I think I'm going to add a little to what he said, then I would pivot back to the question you asked. Talking about mistakes that business owners make online, I think one of the challenges that I've found many business owners make, having interacted with them one-on-one over time, is that they come into the online space with the same approach that they use for offline marketing. How do I explain this now? Let me use something here. If I want to buy this physically now, I walk into a store where they sell this, I may not need a lot of convincing to do the buying. Why? Because of the physicality of this. This is right in front of me. I can touch it, I can feel it, I can just pick it up, pay for it and walk out.
Now, I think the challenge that many business owners have is that they approach their online business with this mentality. So they think that just by coming up one day and posting one random thing, that people will interact with their online business the way they do their offline business, because most of them have physical businesses
that strangers walk into and buy from. But the challenge is that you do not approach an online business with the strategies that you used to grow an offline business. Because you're dealing with strangers who don't have any physicality. They don't know you from Adam. What's the guarantee that you're not another out there? What's the guarantee that they can trust you? Now, this is where being smart about how you use social media comes in. One of my catchphrases is, you should use social media for profits. And when you're using social media for profits, you have to be intentional about your positioning. Now, this is where, I'm going to link this now to the question you asked. This is where positioning comes in, right? So what are you doing with your timeline? I'm speaking to online business owners who are crying about low sales, no sales, little sales, sporadic sales. And I'm still like, okay, wait, let me go and check what you're doing. And when I reach their timeline, I even want to cry. Most times I ask them a very simple question, which is, with the way your timeline is now, will you patronize yourself if you were your customer?
Very important question.
And most of them just go off. So how did we get here? You can't approach an online business with the same approach that you would have used to run your offline business. You have to be intentional. What's on your timeline? Is it gossip? Is it blogs? Because the thing is, it is your responsibility to train your audience. And if you keep feeding them junk, giving them gossip, the day you come to sell to them, they will be like, is it not this same lady that has been gisting us since time immemorial? Since when did she start selling? I mean, we come here to unwind, right? So how do I do this now? Let's bring it back to the sales and marketing strategies. Step number one, sales strategy number one is be intentional about what you want to do. King James English, be thou intentional, right? How do I do this? On my page, I have inculcated an, what's the word now I can use? The mentality to my audience that on this page, we learn and we buy. So you don't just come to my page to learn, like my post and go. When I say come and buy, come and buy. So how do I do that? I'm intentional about everything on my timeline. As you are landing on my timeline, the link in bio is telling you to go and buy a course. I know what brought you there was motivational post that you saw, but the link in my bio is telling you to go and buy a course. My pinned post on Facebook is something I have taken out time to explain 2 of my hottest selling products. And I'm not telling you to come and DM me for price. Sales and marketing mistake number 1 is DM me for price. Please eliminate it, especially if you're selling products that have fixed prices. So what do? I talk about those 2 products and I lead them straight to my bank account. Don't send me a DM, except if you want to send me payment proof, right? But that's just by the way. So sales and marketing strategies number 1, put it out there that you're selling something. Because people will not buy what they don't know exists. Number 1, people will also not buy from you if they don't know, like, and trust you, right? This is at the foundation of everything you do online, the KLT principle, and it comes back to content marketing. So what have you been doing online? The first assignment now is to ask yourself, what have I been doing online, right? So with what I've been doing online, I usually take my clients and students through this process of review, where they ask themselves, with what I've been doing online so far, can I say that I've been intentionally building a brand? Because whether we admit it or not, every single activity you engage in online is contributing to your overarching brand perception. So whether you know it or not, even the gossip post you just commented on today, somebody saw you, somebody checked you out from there. And they probably formed
an opinion
about you. So that's number 1. Sales and marketing strategy is number 1. Be intentional about selling. Number 2, put it out there that you're selling. Number 3, how do I say this one now? Don't just wait with what you have at hand. And I'm going to link it back to what Success has said. Don't just wait for what you have at hand. There's something I do before I launch any new product. I go back and I ask myself, I say, with the sales target I have now, I look at my sales targets. Now, basically, when I talk about the sales target, I mean this product that I'm launching now, how much do I want to make from this product? I write it down somewhere. And then I ask myself this question. With my current audience size and my conversion rates in the past, can I actually hit this sales target within the launch period? Okay. Now, this brings me back to you as an online business owner. If you have not been serious about figuring out your conversion rates till now, I think you have a lot more work to do. And when I talk about conversion rates, I'm talking about when you put out products and people see it, you know that it's not everybody that sees it that will buy. So you want to consider how many people saw this, how many people bought. So you want to do the math. So let's say 100 people saw it and 10 people bought it. So your conversion rate is like 10%. Right? So how did I get here? You need to figure out your conversion rates. When we are talking about sales and marketing strategies, I was saying don't just work with what you have at hand. Especially if you're a newbie, you know that you don't have a very large audience, you don't have a lot of, your conversion rates are not yet that high. What do? And I've done this. Invite others to talk about your program or your products. How do you accomplish this? One of the easiest ways to do it is by doing influencer marketing. Now, your approach to influencer marketing is an entirely different dissertation. I can't go into that now, but just understand that one of the easiest ways to hit your income targets, your sales goals when you're launching products, is to leverage influencers. An influencer is someone that has a critical mass of your audience. I'm speaking of people that have influence over your audience. I won't just go now to launch a product and call a mega musician as a strategist. Now, if I were in the fashion industry, I can do that. Again, audiences. You want to check the audience, right? So you want to make sure that if you're doing influencer marketing, you're talking to the right kind of influencers. Because the reason why you spend so much money on influencers and it does not convert is, amongst many other things, maybe you chose the wrong influencer in terms of audiences. Another thing about sales and marketing is, let me even talk a bit about that in the next few seconds. Offers, right? People buy offers more than they buy products. And she has explained what an offer is. Now, you need to understand something, that when we talk about offers, it's not just price slash, it's not the only offers. Again, unpopular opinion, I don't even advise people to do a lot of price slash. And I'll tell you why. I had someone reach out to me a couple of months ago, about a year ago now. And it was a learning moment for me, by the way. So guess what she was asking me? Someone that was coming to buy, right? She asked me a very funny question. And she says, I should do sales. Let her come and buy, right? So another online business owner would laugh at that. But I was like, does it mean that if I don't do sales, you will not buy? So that means that overdoing sales can actually breed the mindset of entitlement in your audience. That if every day you are doing discount, on the day you want to sell at your standard rate, they will not buy. So what do I do now? You need to go and understand that there are so many types of offers you can create. There are value-based offers. There are offers where you can basically pitch your product to another product. For example, let's say I was a restaurant owner, right? And I want to sell out a specific kind of food in my restaurant. I can do something like come with your children, right? For every 2 adults that buy this plate of food, I can get 1 child gets free meal. For every 2 adults that buy this food, 1 child gets a free meal. Now understand that under these conditions, I'm not doing discount prices. This is a different offer. However, it is a marketing stunt, because in those 2 people that paid, I've already factored in the price of the food of the children. So at the end of the day, there are so many offers for you to exploit, and it boils down to one thing: how willing are you to research and learn? Because the thing I've noticed is that so many online business owners keep recycling things. Everybody is doing discount, you want to do discount. Everybody is doing buy this course and get 100 ebooks free, you want to do that. No, there are a plethora of options. So when we talk about offers, you need to go back and research. Pick up your phone, open Google types of offers. You'll be shocked at what you find.
Awesome. That's really fantastic. So success. Let's go further and talk about platforms, because we're talking about social media for business, okay? And people might come and say, okay, where will I build my audience? Will I go to Twitter? Will I go to Facebook? Will I go to Instagram? Will I go? So let's help them, clear that confusion. When you talk about platforms, where do you think someone can actually start from? And then for someone who is already established, how do you think they should balance their content creation across all platforms?
All right, on platforms, you should go where your audience is, because that's how you solve the equation. Go where your audience is. There might be exceptions, but let's take Facebook as an example. People who are on Facebook are mostly readers, all right? They have been programmed to read long text. So if you are someone that is a writer, you should consider starting from Facebook, because that's where you get the space to write everything you want to write and have your readers get what you want them to get. And Instagram now, for example, is where you find brand influencers. Let's say you're not much of a writer, you have the influencer vibe, you want to influence for brands, all right? So your best platform could be influencers. Another thing that can influence your platform is the kind of products you want to create, the kind of products you create, whether they are digital products or physical products. If you are a physical product seller, then Instagram is the best place you can be, because the visuals which the audience needs to buy from you are there already. And now moving over to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is it's for professionals, for job seekers, all right? So if you want to create such content, you are a recruiter, you are a HR, human resource person, you are a professional who is not necessarily online to make profit, you just want to establish solid online presence, then LinkedIn is the place you're supposed to be, because that's where you find fellow experts, fellow HRs and all of that. So on platforms, you have to read your audience first. And of course, YouTube, you want to reach thousands of people. You are very good with videos, you communicate well, and you like making videos, YouTube is the best place to be. So on your platform, your audience will influence that decision. And now I have to talk about on being
consistent on all platforms.
Yeah, before that, on being consistent, let's talk about being on different platforms. You can be on different platforms if you can manage that, but that's where consistency comes in. I always advise people to be on platforms as much as they can carry, but it's always advisable to start with one first. When you have established, then you can consider expanding to other platforms. So be on as much as you can, be consistent for. If you have a group or a team working for you, then you can be on as many platforms as you want. But if you're a newbie, you are just on your own, you are a writer, consider Facebook first, because that's where you get the opportunity to show the world what you've got. And you can even create videos, reels and all of that. Thank God there are modifications coming up. So on platforms, your audience determines that.
So for you, what works for you? Let's hear from you. What's your
What works for me? My number one platform, my converting platform right now is Facebook, and then Instagram, and then LinkedIn.
Awesome. It's been very fantastic on the show today. I mean, it's been amazing. Okay, let's celebrate one of the top winners of the BEWA content creation competition, who is Austin Eziukwu. He came third in the competition and it was very fantastic. I mean, it was awesome that he was able to create content consistently for a period of 25 days on the community. So what do you have to say to people who want to join version 2.0 of the BEWA content creation competition?
All right. What I have to say to them is that they should have a strong why for coming, because the excitement really would be at the beginning and at the end. That's where the excitement is, when you're beginning, and at the end when we are celebrating each other. But that middle part, that very boring place where you're wondering when the 25 days will end, that's where the issue is. So have a strong why, and then have a plan, have a content plan. Don't just wake up and find what to have a plan, so that you play long term. A content plan will help you be consistent and to play long term. And with that, you will come out and be celebrated at the end of the challenge.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us, and we're glad to have you here on the studio at BEWA TV. So Praise, what one word do you have for online business before we move?
Okay, in summary, what I would say to every business owner watching this right now is, it's really not about what the next person is doing, it's about what you are doing. So I usually tell online business owners like you that you need to approach the market like you are the only one in the market. Like, if I don't do this, nobody else will do it. And if you do that over time, you will soon have the lion's share of the profits in the market.
Awesome. To success, one word of advice before we move for you.
Okay, my last word of advice for online business owners is to have a plan. Make sure you have a plan for whatever business goal you have set for yourself. If you're on sales, make sure you have an income goal, because that's where that's what will determine whether you should call an influencer, whether you should run ads, or whether you should just market on your profile. So make sure you have a plan, and of course, learn to get knowledge. We are in 2020. What used to work in 2020 does not work anymore right now. So make sure you're working with updated knowledge, all right? So your customers keep coming back.
We have come to the end of BEWA TV show today, and I'm sure that you got value from the amazing conversations we had here at BEWA TV. So I want you to follow these amazing minds on social media. So Austin, how can we follow you on Facebook, or what platform do you want us to follow you
On Facebook,
What's your name?
Austin Eziokwu.
Austin Eziokwu. Okay, how do we follow you?
Okay, my name is Praise Ohanwe. So I'm going to put a little context to that. Ohanwe.
Okay, awesome. And then.
All right, my name is Olo Amara Success Nweze. You can follow me on Facebook. Still the same thing. Olo Amara. OLUAMARA. And then Success. SUCCESS. And Nwa Eze. NWAEZE.
Awesome. So you can check the handle showing on your screen right now and then follow these amazing minds. Of course, we have brilliant minds on BEWA, Brilliant Entrepreneurs and Writers Academy, and I can't wait to bring you another episode of BEWA Breakfast Show. Be sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and also join our Facebook group at Brilliant Entrepreneurs and Writers Academy. Once again, I remain your host, Enosam, President of BEWA Africa. Thank you for listening.